Hi everyone, Lisa here from LC Designs. Welcome to Workshop Wednesday. I'm just like about a minute early, still trying to figure out this stuff with the, Facebook, doing all these changes. Right now, okay, there, now I have you on my iPad. I was practicing with some, I have a test page, and I was practicing on my test page to see if I could do something there to change it. Everything was still backwards. No matter how I did it, if I faced the camera at me, you would be reading this backwards. If I had it down here, everything would be backwards. So I just have to do it this way, and you guys don't get to see my face, which is fine with me. I have a few announcements, just trying to get that out of the way. Let me know that you're here and where you're from. So today's the last day to get my Coffee and Crafts project packet for this week, which are the projects I did on Sunday, which were these nice metallic ones. Oh my goodness, look, I got ink on that corner. I had made these two cards, and then I made this box that opens up to a box. And I don't know if you guys seen, I went to Dollar Tree because I was looking for something St. Patrick's, and then I found this box of chocolates that fits in here. But there was a smaller one I showed you the other day that I got at CVS, and then I put tea bags in it. So if you want these three projects, just place a $35 order before midnight, and I will send you your packet. And I have two classes going on right now, trying to, keep up with everything before I go to North Carolina. I have trips planned. I got to go to North Carolina in March. April, I'm going to Laughlin and California. So this is my sampler class for March. And this one we're using the Storybook Garden Patch bundle, so the stamp set and the dies, and you will get all the elements to make this sampler with a half a pack of the Storybook Moments Designer Series paper. So you get a half a pack of that. You'll get a pack of the faux glass dots, and you're going to get a bottle of the fine tip glue pen. And this is already on back order, but I do have some just in case, because I like this. And so you want to know why you need this? Let me show you. You might have seen it already, but see the little water drops here? I put on the, make it look like the watering can is watering the plant, and then I put the drops of water. I'm going to get up as close as I can, trying to see in the camera. I took it out of the glass this time so that you didn't have the glare from the glass, but see the little water dots? And then I put it on the plant so it makes it look like the watering can is watering the plant. And then I added it to the pots here, to the stacked pots, to make them just look like that they are wet. So that's what you could do with the fine tip glue pen. You use it to glue, but it gives you this nice looking little water technique. So you'll get all of this for $50, includes priority shipping. Like I said, the half a pack of the designer series paper, the glass dots, and the fine tip glue pen. My PDF tutorial that it'll tell you how to put each block together and then how to put them all together at the end. So this is a big tutorial. If you only want the tutorial, it's $15. So registration is open for that. And I do these every month, and so you could switch them out every month. You just get your frame at Michael's. I did have some on hand, and so those are already sold. So my second class is my Delightful Wishes class. So it uses the Delightful Wishes bundle. And you'll make 4 cards in this class. And I decorated the inside. I don't think I did the inside of this one, no. Decorated the inside in a couple of them, not this one. And then this one I know I did. And so in this class, and then you'll make this little box, you're going to get a full pack of the Floral Delight Designer Series paper. You're going to get the little bead trinkets that we use on the projects and a full spool of the Daffodil Delight ribbon. And this class is $57. It includes everything that I told you. You can add on the bundle if you'd like, and I'll pay the tax and shipping from Stampin' Up! And add it in your class kit. So $57 for all of that, plus the tutorial. But you can also just purchase the tutorial with the step-by-step instructions. Okay, so that's the classes for now. And when you share my video, let me know that you share my video, and you'll be entered into a prize drawing. And today I have my favorite little clothespins that you guys see me use all the time, plus a pink container to put them in, and another Stampin' Up! Pin and Stampin' Up! Notepad. This will be this week's prize. So just share my video and let me know that you shared my video, and I will do the prize drawing. And last but not least, if you want the instructions for today's project, which is a cute shadow box card, and there's a lot of instructions because this is a shadow box, just join my email, and I will put my email to join my email. I'll put it on my here on the video afterwards. So here's our card. So my Adventure Together class just finished. The registration just finished for this. So now I'm going to use it on this card. And so here's the front of it. And then look, it opens up. And you got the little trailer, camper, whatever you want, RV. And it's so cool. And you can put your little note here. I'm going to make some more of these for my family because we go camping every year. So I'm going to send them out to my cousins because we always invite them and give them the dates and everything that we're going camping. So let's start out. Again, let me know who's here and where you're from. We're finally getting some nice weather here in New Mexico. So we're going to need two pieces of 5.5 by 8.5, which is one sheet here. We're just going to cut it at 5.5. And celebration is ending this week, you guys. So if there's anything that you want, be sure and get it. Okay, so for our first piece, we're going to score it at 4 1/4. I got to remember all this. 4 1/4. And then we're going to cut off a 1/2 inch. And this is going to be the back side of our, so the section with the 1/2 inch off is going to be the back. This will be the front. And I'll explain all that. Let's burnish this. And then on the second piece, we're going to score, get that blade out of the way. We're going to score it at a 1/2 inch. And I even have a sample for myself so I wouldn't forget. A 1/2 inch, 4 1/4 inch, and then 4 3/4 inch. And now on this 1/2 inch section, we're just going to cut a little smidgen. So I'm going to say like an 1/8, cut an 1/8 off of it. And it just helps your card lay flatter. Okay. So we're not going to burnish these. So even though we cut that 1/8 inch off, I'm still calling this the 1/2 inch section. So we're going to die cut. I'm using the Everyday Arches. I have not stopped using these since I got them to cut our little window out. And let's get the die cutting machine. And so this is the 1/2 inch section, even though we cut that little 1/8 off. So this section here next to the 1/2 is where we're going to cut our window. So we're going to have to put it this way. And I'm doing it upside down. I better turn it this way so I could see where I'm putting it to make sure that it's centered. So you just want to make sure your sides on each side are even and it's not too crooked. I think, see, my magnet's trying to make it move. And then we'll just cut that. I'm going to tape it so it doesn't move, or let's hope it doesn't move. And we're not going to throw that arch away. We're going to use it on the front of the card. Okay, so let's, my tape is really sticky, and usually it's a not non-sticky, but light stick. I can't see any comments, so I don't know if anybody's commenting. So now we can go ahead and burnish these lines. And this, I use shaded spruce, so it's probably a little bit hard to see where the score lines are for you guys on camera. But let me make sure I remember. We're going to add tear and tape to this 1/2 inch section again. And I mean again because I'm calling it 1/2 inch. And then what we're going to do is this piece, remember the shorter sides in the back, we're going to adhere it like so. So let's take this off and line it up right at the score line. And fold this over and adhere it right like so. So now we're going to flip it over, and let me make sure I'm doing it right. We're going to add tear and tape just before this score line. So we'll add some tear and tape. And then we're going to add it at the edge over here. Okay. And what did I just do with my little, did I not have it? Oh, here it is, my little picky tool. This is the old one. I wish Stampin' Up! Still had these, just because it's smaller than the take your pick tool. So now we're going to fold this one over. And we're going to adhere this like so. And then when we flip it back over and look, I think I didn't do mine very good. Uh-oh, I wonder if I could unstick it. Why do I always do stuff like this, don't I? We're going to unstick it and then there, now it's a little better. So then there's our shadow box. I'm just gonna push that down there. So there's our shadow box. So now we're going to decorate it. We are gonna cut a, what are we using for the inside? 3.5 by 5 1/4. So 3.5 by 5 1/4. I have to follow my own directions. I've been creating so much. Oh my gosh, today I was prepping all my coffee and crafts packets plus my adventure together, and then I started creating my coffee and crafts projects for this week, and they're going to be all fun fold cards. So oh my gosh, I'm so happy with the way they came out. Okay, so we're gonna add some shaded spruce to the bottom here. So we're gonna blend some using our blending brush, not too dark. I know I showed you some, if you were watching me on Sunday, I had showed you this card. And I had said that I had wanted to add something else to it. I felt like it. And I had thought about clouds, and somebody had mentioned about the clouds, but the only reason I didn't is because of the moon and stars. So now on the top, we're going to do Lost Lagoon. And my pads are pretty dark because I re-ink them. And this one, I actually think I might have re-inked it with Pretty Peacock by accident. I don't know. I think it looks pretty dark. What do you guys think? Do you think I got Pretty Peacock on here? I think I might have used Pretty Peacock and not Lost Lagoon. Okay, so now we're going to stamp. Where I have pulled all my stamps out. And here's why I didn't want to, well, I wasn't going to use the cloud, was because I'm doing the moon and the stars. So I'm going to stamp that in Lost Lagoon. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to re-ink. I'm going to clean this first to get the moon off there. So we're not going to use the moon anymore because we only need one moon, right? So we're just going to ink up our stars. There's... Okay, so I got a little bit of the moon. We'll wipe that off. Probably don't use your fingers. You guys should have seen my fingers earlier. I looked like I was the Hulk. I had so much green because actually I used, I just re-inked the whole thing. I was using Pretty Peacock for my, my Sunday projects. So just ink up like so, and then that's probably enough stars. So let's go ahead and clean that. So I had Pretty Peacock all over my hands, all over. Okay, and then now I gotta look at my picture to see what I was doing. Now we're gonna do our trees in Shaded Spruce at the bottom. And you know, some of this top's not gonna be shown and some of the bottom's not gonna be shown. So what we're gonna do is stamp, then stamp again and lighter, and then stamp, and then I did the little guys. Stamp, and then stamp. But this one I kind of messed up, but it's okay. That's not going to be seen. That is going to go inside our little trailer. Camper is going to cover it. Okay, so now we can glue this inside. Have any of you ever made a shadow box card? Next week, I'm going to actually make another one, but it's going to be a top open. So this will just squeeze right inside here and then glue it down. Hold it. It seemed like it glued quick again. Let me see if I can move it. If not, it's right at the edge. Well, this side seems like I can move. Maybe I could pull it. It glued right in the center. And you could do this probably before adhering or making your box. Of course, it glued right there at the top. Okay, so now we should be good. And let's just use our bone folder to kind of smush that around. Okay, so there's our shadow box with our picture. Now we're going to do a lot of stamping and coloring. I do have some pieces already die cut and colored and everything, so it's not going to take long in case we start taking too long. So we're going to need the camper RV, 2 chairs, a fire pit, this is going to be something different, and then we're going to need our trees. So I'm going to stamp the trees for the front since I'm doing all this stamping. So we're going to need 2 large trees in shaded spruce. And then we're going to do 3 smaller trees in Lost Lagoon. And you know, I don't know what color I used last, so I better clean this. Like I said, I think I already got Pretty Peacock in here. So we're going to do 3 of these. And what else? We got the, this one is going to be in Lost Lagoon, so we could go ahead and stamp that. And we did the chair. We got our fire pit. Okay, so now all the coloring. So you can use whatever Stampin' blends you want. I've gotten, if my trailer RV is Shy Shamrock, so dark. I'm going to use dark and light and go just every other. So this is dark. And then I'll do every other with light. Oops. So, do you guys like the Stampin' blends? I love the Stampin' blends. And you know, again, we have our starter kit special where you can pick $125 in Stampin' Up! Product. That's the best way to get all of your blends. And there's no commitment. Those colors look almost the same. You know, if you want to stay active, I'm going to go back over with the dark just to make it a little bit darker because those look the same. So if you want to stay active and get your 20% discount, then there is a quarterly sales minimum. But if not, you can just join my team and then you can quit whenever you want. Okay, so for the windows, I'm going to do with Pool Party. This should be light. Light Pool Party. Just to make them look like, you know, that they are windows. Actually, I like to use the brush end for this one because to me the brush end goes a little bit lighter. But let me show you guys my brush end. My brush end is like disaster. I've used it so much, but to me it just goes on lighter. But it's a mess, so that's why I didn't use it. So this is pecan pie, and I'm going to use that for our little box. And then we got some old olive here, light old olive. But yeah, you guys just have a few more days to get the starter kit special. Like I said, you could do the 125 or you have an option. If you do the 125, you get 2 Stampin' Right marker choices. Light Smoky Slate. I'm using this for the bumper and the stairs. I have to talk and work because you guys are going to be like, this is taking forever. And you know what, I'm doing these rims, but these rims don't even matter because we're going to cut those out in silver. I got to keep looking at my other one to see what I did. So you can get 2 sets of Stampin' Right markers, which is an amazing deal because I think those are like $30-something. And Stampin' Right markers are different from the blends because those ones, you can actually use those on your stamps. So say if you wanted your saying to be different, your sentiment to be different, you can, like let's say we wanted this red. So you could just mark with your Stampin' Right marker, go over it with the red. And then we want this blue, go over it with blue. And then this, you want green. And then when you stamp it, you're going to have all 3 colors. So Stampin' Rights are, you can use them on your actual stamps. Okay, Shy Shamrock. Back to my coloring. Light Shy Shamrock. I got my hair. Today I straightened my hair, so it's like all over the place. I don't straighten it too often. but it was nice weather. We weren't gonna, it wouldn't be all frizzy. So my hair just gets all over when I straighten it. I think this looks like it's a little darker than my original one, but I got the light shy shamrock. So if you do have any questions about joining my team, I had a team meeting earlier, and I do it Facebook Live as well. So if you're not local, you can attend by being on Facebook. Sometimes I do them on Zoom. Some people want to meet individually, so then just me and them will meet on Zoom. I do have my bracelet on today, so my team's called Lucky Charms. So when you promote, you get a bracelet. Your first one will be a heart. You promote again, there's a clover, a 4-leaf clover, because we're Lucky Charms. Let me get my black. This is, oh no, this is dark smoky slate. Here's my black. I know this guy's taken a while to color in, sorry. But this shadow box card is so fun. And then I'm going to save us some time, and I won't do all this die cutting because I already have them all die cut. So how about I just color everything? Is this dark smoky slate, so we'll just go over the dark lines, go some like that. Let's do the light. I know this one is going to take a little bit longer. And then our flame, we're gonna go with pumpkin pie dark around the edge. And then to try to give it some different tone texture, we're going to go with light. And these kind of look the same too sometimes, so you gotta, oops, that's my, just go over dark. And then our chairs, we're going to do with pool party real quick. Because we need a chair for the front, and we need the chair for the inside. And then I think if I have a cloud cut, I might try and put the cloud, and we'll see how that looks. But I think after I thought about it, I was like, well, all I have to do is maybe blend some ink on it so it matches the background instead of just a straight white cloud. Okay, so there's all of the coloring. So the magic of television, I have them all die cut. See, they do look a little bit different. Mine's lighter. I'm not sure why. What, it's Shy Shamrock. I don't think I have 2 Shy Shamrocks taken out. I think one was light. You know, I have 2 sets of everything. No, it says light. And this says dark. I have 2 sets of everything, so. All right, so I cut the door out with silver foil. And the rims, there's one. I cut all these pieces out. The only one that I didn't color all the way was the fire pit. I don't know why. So we might have to cut that out. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the tire rims. And then we'll put some glue around the door. And then we will glue those on. The silver foil just gave it a whole different kind of look. Oops. Like so. And the same with the rims. Just gave it like a totally different look. Don't you think? Okay, so let's Let me move all this out of the way. Should I color this or die cut this one? Which will be quicker? Okay, I'm just gonna color this one. So then I don't have to pull the die cutting machine out again. It's right here, but just that you see me how I colored it again with the dart. I'm just doing it super quick. And like so. And there's our fire pit. Okay. So now where do I begin? Okay, let's get the arch. This is the arch that we die cut. And then so what I did is I just layered my trees. Oh, one of my trees is messed up too. Look, I don't want to use that. Let's add dimensionals behind all these trees. It looks like I'm going to have to die cut anyway. We're going to need a chair. We're going to need our sentiment. And one of my chairs fell. So we're going to add dimensionals behind, oops, all of these pieces. And I think I'm going to add mini dimensionals to the top. And I'm going to wait on that one because sometimes I put it on here depending where it's going to fit after I put all the trees on. It's funny, all my backings are coming off of my minis. And another mini. Okay, I do need to die cut a tree. I don't want to use that messed up one. So let's go ahead and put this one here, this one here. We're gonna add these other two. I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna die cut that one and then we'll add that next one. The good old backings, that'll go there. Let's move these aside and I will die cut this since I did have a messed up one. I think everything else is okay. Just this was the only one I messed. And I knew it. I die cut that one anyway because I didn't think I would be using them. Like I say, a lot of times I do die cut some backups. Like, look, I don't know how my cardstock, because you know where I think a lot of times it's coming from is it's on my cut and emboss machine. Because I've been getting a lot of dirty cardstock. What I mean by dirty is it's just getting something on it. All right, so we're gonna put this guy back here like so. Oops. Down a little bit. My other one didn't get on the tag, and so now we can put this one on. The last little one. And then we're going to adhere this. Oh, no, we're not. We got to cut our cardstock. So our designer series paper. So this designer series paper, we got to add that to the front first. And that is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. So 4 by 5 1/4. And this is just from the Regal's Designer Series pack. And we're going to glue that onto the front. There's also this other side. Kind of looks like the jungle. Okay, let's add that on. Okay, with dimensionals, we're going to add our arch. Some people use a lot of dimensionals. Do you use a lot of dimensionals? I mean, I go through a lot, but I don't put a whole lot on my projects. Sometimes people will have them like all over. I seen a lady the other day. She had like probably 15 on the back of one of her arches. I was like, I don't think that's going anywhere. So let's put this right about here. Whew, all of a sudden the wind is picking up here. And let's put our chair. So that says like I wanted to see where my chair would go. Let's get a dimensional. All of a sudden you just heard everything blowing around. There's our chair. And now we're going to put our RV on the inside with some dimensionals. And don't let me forget to show you my project for next week. So this one, this shadow box card is a side open. The other one is going to be a top open. Okay, so now we're going to glue these other two pieces. We're going to glue our chair, so you don't need to add it to all of it. Just like so. And this is like us when we go camping. We're always sitting out by the fire. We do a lot of campfires. We have a propane one and we have wood. We are not done. I wanted to try and find the cloud. I don't know if I have a cloud in here. I usually have a bag of stuff. Oh, I do have a cloud. So let me show you if we were to add a cloud real quick. So see, every time I have extra die cuts, I just put them in here. But we can just have this little one. So since we did Lost Lagoon on the top of our card here, I'm just going to blend some Lost Lagoon on the cloud so that it's not like pure white. It's a night cloud. My bracelet keeps like ringing, jingling around. Okay. So where should we put our glue? And if I would have moved this over more, you wouldn't see that line. It was just because my thing, my paper glued too quickly. Like I said, you could do all that ahead of time. So we can glue this cloud. I'm just going to hold it for a minute. And so then, let's let that dry. So that's how it would look with a cloud. I think I need to turn this over. Like so. We could put a couple of clouds. But I have some others, but these clouds are from the airplane one. I can't think of it. But this one you would probably have to cut in half and then you could put it on there. Like so. You could even put it on the outside. Oh, I'm trying to think of the airplane one. Can anybody think of the name of the airplane one? I pulled these clouds out of there. But if we were to cut it, and then we can just, I'm going to glue this one on the outside just to see. Like so. And there you go. So that's what it would look like with clouds. Again, you could tuck that on the inside if you'd like it on the inside better. What do you guys think? Thanks, Joan. You like it? It's pretty cool, huh? So there would be with clouds. And let me get mine without clouds. And we're not done because we still have to add our white and then our gems. But I think I used my piece of white. But the piece that goes inside for the white, it's 3 by 5. And I know this is not big enough. I'd have to grab some cardstock real quick. So this is 3 by 5. But where are my gems? So they're the Regal gems. Here they are. I put everything in my bin, but then I have to dig through it. And we are using the green ones. I can't remember which color is the green. Shaded spruce, actually. Getting those backings all over me again. So we're going to add 1 to each point of our tag. 1 to a corner here. 1 to a corner here. And hopefully I'm not out of camera. I didn't put any in the inside. But there's that. And let me grab a piece of white cardstock. And 3 by 5. 3 by 5. 3 by 5. And like I said, I'm going to send these to my cousins and invite them to our annual camping trip. And again, let the adventure begin. I could have. And this will fold flat and fit into an envelope. Do you guys like the cloud on the outside or better on the inside? Uh-oh. All of a sudden, my glue. And there you go. There's the card. And there you go. I think mine's a little, when I moved it, I messed it up. But there's the card. So cool, right? So without clouds, with clouds. I'm not sure how I like the cloud, if I like it on the outside, but it's there now. And so let me give you a sneak peek of next week's, because next week's is for a child, well, a birthday. And I'm using the Darling Dinos, but see, look, this one opens this way. How super cute is that? So this one's a side fold, this is a top fold. So join me next Wednesday for this one. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me, and you have a great evening and take care. Bye.